Hi Aquarius! Welcome to your mid-January 2019 tarot and astrology reading, and a very happy birthday to all the Aquarians born in late January. So, New Year begins for you on the 20th of January, because the actual New Year begins while you're still in your 12th house moment, and that's kind of blurry at times. It can be difficult for Aquarians to make New Year's resolutions more than any other sign because it feels like you're still sort of reviewing the past a bit, but this is the time where you really get to think for yourself without anybody else's opinions casting judgment, although there is a lunar eclipse in your partnership sector on the 20th, 21st. Your relationships in general are going to get a bit of a shake-up. The first eclipse of this month was in Capricorn, again that 12th house energy, and the combination of the 12th house, which is your subconscious and your relationship with your past, and then the Leo energy, which is your partnerships and your one-on-one relationships. How much of your own thought patterns and your attention is actually harming or hindering your relationships, or even preventing them? You're getting a real wake-up call in your romantic life, and you're getting a real wake-up call in general of the people that you're associating with. Are you feeling a little bit lonely? Or are you feeling a little bit separated from people in your life? Or are you feeling there's suddenly a lack of people, and you realize you were more interested in being on your own than seeing the possibilities that could be in your relationships? Seven of Cups can mean that you've been walking around in a bit of a dream, in a bit of a imaginary world, and you sort of get this wake-up call that there's not that many people around you that you thought there were. Who's really there when you need them? Are your relationships authentic? A very independent sign, I must say, Aquarius, but at the same time, you still will benefit from having social interactions. And I know that last year was a bit tough in particular. Uranus has really just gone direct, and it's your ruler. So I sense that you may be feeling a little bit silent, as if the energies have suddenly calmed and now you're looking around and seeing what was left. But with this lunar eclipse, that process is still going. So once every energy from that has sort of settled, and it will continue for 6 months, but once the initial shift has occurred, you're going to have a real wake-up call, or you may be going through a wake-up call to what one-on-one relationships actually look like to you. What is the give and take ratio? You may even find that you want to be surrounded by very different people. Or you may meet people by chance and think, I really want to be their friend, or I really want to be their partner, or I really want to know more about them, or I really want their advice. Do you know what I mean? Knight of Wands, activity. 10 of Wands, responsibility. 9 of Pentacles in the positive, gratitude. 2 of Pentacles is the challenge, which is options, and the outcome, which is 8 of Wands. That is a lot of Wand and Pentacle energy. But underneath the 2 of Cups, of course, partnerships. Okay, so if you are an Aquarius and you're in a relationship with a fire sign or somebody from a distant land, somebody with a different accent, somebody with a different background, different culture, different religion, etc., 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 the key to this relationship surviving the eclipse... Is this bright enough? The key to this relationship surviving the eclipse is gratitude. What is it that you really love about this person? What is it that you see in this person that you enjoy? Your relationships in general in the latter stages of January are going to benefit tremendously from seeing the good in people. What is it that you do gain from these relationships? What about these people do you like? The more grateful for the people in your life, the more likely they are to stick around. You take them for granted and they'll leave with this eclipse, okay? That's not to scare you, that's just to tell you to shift your perspective. If you are looking to revamp your relationships, the 2 of Pentacles is a challenge, so at the minute, you don't have that many options in terms of people. You may, as I say, you may feel a little bit lonely. But if you actually shift your perspective and see what these people in your life you have now are bringing you, you may realize you're not lonely. Okay? Because there seems to be a partnership here, particularly if it is with an earth sign as well. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. But in some ways, Aquarius, you want to move. You want to see movement. You want to see action. You felt like things have lulled a little bit. You feel like things have sort of stalled. And your main hope for this, for your birthday season, for your season, Aquarius season, whenever everybody starts to sort of think more on a collective level in terms of humanity and what we can all do for each other and how we're all linked. The interesting part of this is that you're going to feel more aware than ever of protecting people who are misrepresented. You're going to want to feel connected to the wider world. Some of you may want to travel. We have 2 travel cards here. The 8 of Wands is the outcome. And we begin with the Knight of Wands, which is also traveling. It can be relocating. You want to feel part of something bigger. You want to feel part of humanity. You want to feel like you're doing something for others and for the environment. And instead of feeling like you don't have the relationships that you want, you're going to actively go looking for them. Because whether you realize it or not, there may have been something that's been blocking you from love. Whether it be romantic, whether it be friendship, you've been isolating yourself in some way from authentic relationships. So this month, you go looking. Your closest relationships will shake up a little bit with this eclipse. I admit it. It will happen. And to be honest, it's not a bad thing to get a little bit of assessment every now and then, but it's also worth being aware that you affect other people's lives too. I think Aquarius can sometimes forget that your presence really matters to some people. Your friendship matters to people. But because you kind of have this air of detachment, sometimes you can inadvertently hurt without realizing it because people don't always know that you care. That's going to change under this eclipse if that's the case. If that has been your life, if that has been your persona, people are going to figure out that you care. People are going to figure out that they matter to you and that you're going to figure out that you matter to them, and there is something bigger going on. Your energy isn't just directed to yourself, it's directed to others and it affects others too. The detachment may feel unhealthy. The detachment that you're somewhat connected to usually. You may sort of think, this isn't what I want, or I'm not doing this the way I could be doing it in a healthy way. You're too detached, and then you realize that nobody else is around. You can sort of feel unlovable, even if you've been put in that position voluntarily. 7 of Pentacles, potential. There's a potential with a fire sign. 9 of Swords, anxiety. This is in your fears. You're afraid of the responsibility that comes with a relationship, or the responsibility that comes with connection at the moment. Ace of Swords in your positive. The Fool is your challenge. And the Page of Pentacles, opportunity, is in the outcome. Queen of Cups, sensitivity underneath. Water signs. Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. Earth signs, again, the outcome. You may travel with an earth sign, or you may actually have an opportunity with an earth sign. You may have an opportunity to travel in general, Aquarius, somewhere else, somewhere new. Somebody might propose a holiday to you and it takes you by surprise, but you go with it. You say yes because you're thinking this could deepen a friendship, this could deepen a relationship. You're thinking this will bring me a connection and I need to get out there again. I need to be connecting with people. The Fool in the challenge position means that a new beginning feels very frightening to you. And you feel like you're wondering, you're going back and forth in your head about whether or not I can actually make these changes. Can I manifest people into your life? Of course you can, but the first step is realizing it's what you want. Once you realize what you want, the universe will conspire to bring it to you if you believe in it. Okay? Synchronicity. My moon is in Aquarius, and I have such synchronistic moments going on at the moment where I will just be thinking about something. Like I was just thinking in the kitchen yesterday about how the packaging in supermarkets is ridiculous, and it's really irritating me because I'm like, why do you need to put a fruit that's already protected by its own skin, like a banana? Why do you have to put that in plastic packaging? It's so environmentally unfriendly, and it was really frustrating me. And I then went onto my Instagram, and there was a little sponsored petition by Greenpeace to get plastic packaging, which is unnecessary banned in the UK, because one of the supermarkets was doing it. And I just thought I had literally, less than a minute beforehand been thinking about it, and something came along that I could do. I could sign the petition. I signed the petition and I shared it. And I just thought that was a little synchronicity that was very important. I've just been thinking about people, and they flash up on my phone after a year of not speaking to them. That's synchronicity. The difference is you have to be open to it. You have to realize it's what you want. If you really want to travel, when the sun goes into your sign, and then we're going to have a new moon in your sign in February, you have to be so aware of what it is that you want to begin before you just block it off because you're anxious. I think it's a German saying that anxiety can be a lack of efficiency. Anxiety always means that you are living in the future. Sadness and depression means that you're living in the past a lot of the time. Just psychologically, it's what you're focused on. And with the law of attraction and tarot and things, the reason that people go to this sort of practice is because they are anxious about the future. The way to be less anxious about the future is to create it now. Okay, so you are creating something greater for yourself. You have potential. Don't forget that. You have potential. I feel with the Two of Cups and the Queen of Cups, you may be dealing with a water sign, or you may have romantic feelings towards a water sign, and I think they could be at a distance. They could be living somewhere far enough away that it requires a drive, at least, like a long drive. They're definitely probably not a neighbour. But Ace of Swords, victory, and the Nine of Pentacles. You're having an inner moment, an inner victory, which is releasing you from your isolation. Seven of Wands just popped out there, which is endurance. You're going to endure the anxious moments, and you're just going to say, no, I have to make a change. I wasn't satisfied with my relationships before. I wasn't satisfied with my personal trajectory. I need to make a change, and I'm going for it. Healing, temperance, beautiful, beautiful. Some of you are very much involved with a Sagittarian. In the early stages, probably. There could be a Sagittarian comes into your life, Aquarius. It's really very healing for you, It doesn't have to be a Sagittarius, but I just see the Knight of Wands and Temperance, and I think, yeah, Sagittarius. But can be a fire sign or any sign in general. Some of you are thinking of going out to a different country to do something humanitarian. But for others of you, this is more to do with conquering the restrictions you've placed on yourself. Okay? You are cutting your way through the BS beliefs that you've had. You've realized how restricted you've been, how disconnected you've felt, and you're not doing it quietly. Knight of Swords, drama in the positive position. Okay, so there's going to be a lot of action. Page of Wands is the challenge. So your thinking has been restricted somewhat. You've not been able to think outside the box for a while. And to be an Aquarian, you need to have fresh air. You need to be expanding. You need to be connecting. And as an air sign, you do need people, because you need to put your ideas off people. And for a while, you've been keeping everything in so much that you are unsure of what steps to be taking. If you're dealing with an Aries, for example, I think you've maybe felt like your relationship has been subpar. You've maybe not got as much attention, or you may worry that they view you as something kind of trivial when you're not. You've a lot to offer. That may be the catalyst that makes you talk. Queen of Wands. There's a fire sign in the outcome. So if you're dealing with a fire sign Aquarius, and we go into this in the extended, where I talk about each sign individually, there seems to be a lot of luck coming up for you once this eclipse has passed. Of course, birthday season. Birthday season's a big one for you this year. But we'll talk more about that in February. In January, it's your connections that are taking, a big part in your life. There's an opportunity that you feel very passionate about, be it romantic, be it to travel. Passionate opportunity. I like that. Now, I never leave the outcome on a court card. I will go into the extended and talk more about the court people. But for now, let's see what she's got. Oh, what was this? The Six of Pentacles, generosity. Yeah, some of you are definitely involved in something charitable, but others of you are receiving. You're open to receiving from other people because you've blocked yourself for a while. I've seen it, I must say, Aquarius, I've seen it in your readings for a long time. And I don't know if it was the lunar eclipse in your sign last year. And then, of course, Uranus being retrograde for 6 months was a little bit of a ball buster. But that's changed now. Uranus is direct. In fact, all the planets are direct at the moment. So the only thing holding you back is you. Venus in Sagittarius means that you may fall in love with a friend. Or you may find more friendships. Things are changing dramatically, Aquarius. Mother Mary, expect a miracle and blossoming. You're just getting started, so have patience with yourself and the process and do not give up. Endurance. Okay? Mother Mary, expect a miracle. Have faith that your prayers have been heard and are being answered. You'll notice it, Aquarius. I promise you. You'll notice the synchronicity. Okay? You will notice that when you're thinking about something, you will see little signs that it's coming to you. You just have to keep believing. You say, I want to travel to Japan this year so badly. All I want to do this year is see Japan. And you will think it. Then you'll go onto Instagram and someone that you follow will recently have posted a picture from Japan. You'll walk past a Japanese restaurant that you'd never seen before. You'll see an advertisement for learning Japanese. Follow the signs, because they're going to be there. And they're going to become very, very, very crystal clear. It's very hard to miss. The universe wants to be generous with you. Other people are going to be generous with you. You might have to go through a little bit of a shake-up with this eclipse that you don't feel necessarily so comfortable with initially. In fact, it's a little bit dramatic, but you're welcoming the change. You're welcoming the feeling of something different. You find that connections are more fulfilling than draining after this eclipse. If you've been sort of through the ringer in terms of picking relationships, I feel very much, Aquarius, that this is going to be a change for you. It's going to be a game-changing month, I must say. The Capricorn eclipse, albeit partial in your subconscious area, and then your total lunar eclipse and partnerships. Some people may go. In terms of friendships, or in terms of a relationship which has been long draining for you. But it's healthy, It's a healthy change. I like it. I like it a lot, actually. Six of Pentacles, generosity. A passionate opportunity. So whether it's romantic or whatever, there's messages coming through the airwaves for you. There's new people. There's new blood. There's new opportunities. There's new moments. As I said in the January reading, there's fresh air. So I hope you enjoyed that, Aquarius. If you want to join me in the extended to go through, if you're dealing with another air sign, another fire sign, another water sign, another earth sign, let me know and come through to the extended, and I'll see you there. And if not, I will see you in February for birthday reading. See you guys later. Bye.